From humanity's earliest memories to our life in the present, mankind has never before been faced with the challenges we are presented with today. A revolutionary invention that has profoundly impacted how the world works has also greatly impacted the health of our planet. Indeed, plastics have presented a phenomenal turning point, not only in the history of human consumerism, but also in the health of our ecosystems. Recently, the problem of plastic debris has caught the world's attention. However, more recently, the advent of microplastics is taking a new spin on the large-scale problem we are facing. Microplastics are defined as plastics manufactured to have a microscopic size. These semi-synthetic polymers have their source in industrial and domestic products. Their main uses are in air blasting, facial cleansers, cosmetics, and in medicine serving as drug vectors. Today, many people are recognizing our visible plastic problem, polluting our oceans and causing harm to many marine ecosystems. However, few are realizing the damage another level of plastics are causing our marine ecosystems and human health. Microplastics are causing irreversible and astonishing damage on marine ecosystems, resulting in permanent alteration of human chromosomes. Microplastics are now recognized as a hazard in the maritime environment. Due to their small size, they are becoming increasingly available to our marine environment and negatively impacting the health of our coral reefs and aquatic species. Aquatic life is often drawn to these intriguing plastics as a means for protection, curiosity, or feeding. The exposure to microplastics in marine species such as corals, zooplanktons, lobsters, worms, sea urchins, and fish is most commonly through the gills and ingestion. The exposure of microplastics to an organism's gills has severe impacts on the health of the food chain. Studies conducted on the ventilation chambers in shore crabs revealed no significant adverse effects to the gill function, but their retention time of the microplastics allows for a very high chance for them to be passed up the food chain. In addition to gill exposure, ingestion plays a major role in impacting marine creatures as well. Ingestion and exposure of microplastics have been found in the digestive tracts of more than 100 different species. Ingestion of microplastics in organisms lead to immediate mortality, sublethal, or chronic effects that have long-lasting consequences. Reports all around the world are showing seabirds, turtles, crustaceans, and fish being affected by the clogging of intestinal tracts, suppression of feeding due to saturation, inhibition of gastric enzyme secretion, imbalance of steroid hormone levels, delay in ovulation, infertility, and ultimately death. In addition to the severe impact microplastics have on aquatic ecosystems, they also have the alarming ability to transfer all the way through the food chain. Microplastic debris is becoming an ever-increasing problem to marine biota, food webs, and ecosystems. A multitude of various and intricate food webs exist in our world's oceans. These food webs are made up of many species that have unique characteristics, possess special traits, and occupy distinct niches. A specific entry point into the delicate food webs is through the process of ingestion, entanglement, or inhalation of microplastics. When an organism is exposed to these monster-like microplastics, they become embedded forever into that creature. This unfortunate and widely occurring problem has more alarming impacts. If a predator consumes an organism that has retained microplastics, that predator will indirectly consuming this plastic as part of its diet, in a process referred to as trophic transfer. Trophic transfer occurs when a microplastic is consumed by a predator via another organism or adhered to algae on the surfaces of various external food sources. Due to their unique characteristics and small size, microplastics have the capacity to cross through an organism's epithelia and therefore have the ability to enter tissues and circulatory fluids. In comparison to the harmful and negative effects microplastic debris is contributing to our maritime environments, microplastics are also causing great risks to human health. New research has proven that microplastics have a more alarming impact on our health than we could have ever imagined. The general population is at great exposure to these dangerous particles from various sources such as cosmetics, toothpastes, and scrubs. Recent research has shown that these strong and hazardous particles are expressing concern on endocrine disruption. Endocrine disruptors can mimic hormones like estrogen and thyroid hormones. They can bind to a receptor within a cell and block hormones from being created. This has the potential to alter chromosomes, which can lead to infertility, obesity, and cancer. Mammals in contact with microplastics have reports of increased estrogen activity, This shows that these side effects are profound and more than we could have expected. The increased estrogen activity can lead to consequences such as altered reproductive organs, obesity, altered sexual behavior, and increased rates of breast, ovarian, and prostate cancers. The responsibility we have to our planet is not something that we should take lightly. We need to become educated on the topic of microplastics and how we can start to eliminate them in our daily use. If everyone worked together to bring light to this major issue, we could create a positive and impactful change. It is time we take a stand on this topic and work together to educate and create a lasting difference that will not only benefit the health of our aquatic ecosystems, but also the health of human populations.